Good evening and welcome to Greenwood High School for tonight's boys basketball game between the Indian Creek Braves and the Greenwood Woodmen. Hello, everyone. I'm Kevin Conrad along with Rick Sauter. We welcome everyone to our coverage of Johnson County boys basketball on Sports Night Indiana, presented by Duke Homes. Rick Sauter, last week the county tournament. This week teams kind of doing that final tune-up as we start kind of the last part of the regular season before we start talking about the state tournament. But tonight we have two county teams, the Braves and the Woodmen.
You're right, Kevin. We one more week till the end of January, and then February moves pretty quickly. We're almost March is around the corner for sectional basketball. So counting last week, we got to see a lot of these teams play each other. These two teams did not play each other, and both having Greenwood having a good year, 8-5. Indian Creek a little bit more of a tougher year, being 3-8, but and Greenwood's going to have a big size advantage tonight here in their home court. But we'll see how Indian Creek plays. They played tough in the first half against in the county tournament, their first game against Franklin. But they struggled that second half. I think just kind of got worn down. We'll see if Greenwood does that to them tonight too, trying to get out and run a little bit, get it to their big guys. Greenwood with Doolin and Reynolds, both 6'7". A lot of times like to play outside, but I think you'll see them inside more today, trying to take that height advantage.
And Rick, you and I were here last Tuesday. A nice win for Greenwood on the home court in the opening round of the Johnson County tournament, knocking out the Synagro Trojans, and went on to the county's semifinals. The Greenwood Woodmen did, but that was an impressive win. Really top-notch defense being played by the Woodmen.
Really was. Their defense was fantastic. Just in Synagro, only 32 points in the night, and they only scored 37 themselves, but that was good enough. They just didn't have quite enough juice. They had started off really well against Whiteland. Whiteland just had too many weapons and to kind of wear them down again to win by 10 or so. So this should be, I think, a pretty even ball game. Greenwood's probably the favorite, but and on their home court especially also. But we'll see how Indian Creek comes out. And when you got a county rivalry, you never know what's going to happen.
As Rick mentioned, Greenwood 8-5 on the season in the Mid-State Conference. They stand at 1-2, fifth place. Head coach is Keith Whitty, third year with the Woodmen. 30-31 is his record. He spent the previous 6 years at Edinburgh. He won a couple of sectional titles with the Edinburgh Lancers. For Indian Creek, they stand at 3-8. In the Hoosier Legends Conference, they're 0-2, sixth place. Head coach for the Braves, Coach Drew Glenser, ninth year at Indian Creek, 105 wins, 93 losses. Sectional title with the Braves in 2023. Prior to that, he was with Edinburgh for 7 years, and he won a sectional and a regional title with the Lancers back in 2012. And Rick, you and I were on that call back in the day. Johnson County Sports Network back in the day, we called it, and they lost in, I believe it was the Final Four to Lagodi over at Southport in the semi-state.
Yeah, we were doing that game, and I still remember it. That was a great ball game, and that was a fun team to watch. They had a couple great players back then, and Coach Glenser's did a really nice job with kind of building that Edinburgh program. So good to see him getting another chance to kind of re-up again Indian Creek. Indian Creek's had some good teams through the years, definitely usually pretty guard-oriented, and he's trying to kind of get that program back going forward again.
Both teams have concluded their warm-ups. Let's now join tonight's PA announcer for the national anthem, followed up by tonight's starters.
Your cooperation is appreciated. Please be advised that Greenwood High School is a smoke-free facility. The staff and management, all team members, along with the Indiana High School Athletic Association, thank you for your cooperation in not smoking. Ladies and gentlemen, this time, would you please rise for the playing of our national anthem. At guard, a 5'9" sophomore, number 0, Walker Otto. At forward, a 6-foot junior, number 1, Jackson Green. At middle forward, a 6'2" junior, number 3, Alec Burris. At guard, a 6-foot junior, number 10, Alex Morris. And at the point guard, a 6'1" senior, number 13, Carter Greenwood. The head coach of the Braves is Drew Windsor. And now, here are the third grade youth basketball players we're proud to introduce tonight. Number 1, Blake Temple. Number 2, Dale Whitson. Number 3, Samuel Drake. Number 5, Michael Grandado. Number 7, Josh Bruder. Number 23, Camden Rowell. Number 30, Caleb Hudson. And number 50, Hunter Kemp. With our coaches, A.J. Hudson and Clint Wilson. Third grade youth basketball players. And now, here are the starters for your Greenwood women. At guard, 6'2" junior, number 4, Owen King. And at guard, 6'2" senior, number 14, Jerome Navilar. At forward, 6'2" junior, number 23, Braden Arnold. And forward, 6'3" junior, number 33, Benjamin Connell. And at forward, 6'7" senior, number 35, Arthur Ewan. The head coach of the women's Steve Woody, assisted by Joe Ramey. Griffin, Gary Anderson, and Luke Geary.
Tonight it's Greenwood hosting Indian Creek. Greenwood in the home white uniforms trimmed in forest green and gold, and for Indian Creek in the black uniforms trimmed in royal blue and red. Braden Reynolds at 6'7", junior, will tip for the Greenwood Woodmen.
Yeah, but I
Indian
noticed
Creek, it looks like Alec Burris will tip for the Braves.
Yeah, notice Asen Swain, 16-point scorer for Greenwood, is not in the lineup tonight. We noticed he had a sleeve on his leg and knee during the county tournament, so maybe they're giving him a break with a little bit of injury.
The tip is controlled by the Greenwood Woodmen. They go into the half court, man-to-man defense by the Braves, and down low scoring is Jerome Davila, his first 2 points.
Oh, really nice passing there by Greenwood. Got at the high post, and to that was Doolin.
And it was Davila.
Quick pass, and
Yeah.
Davila got an easy layup. Greenwood in a 1-3-1 zone.
Braves attacking this half-court zone, and an ill-advised pass stolen away by Owen King into the front court. King will set up the offense for Greenwood. Woodmen lead it 2-0. Davila scoring that first basket. Pull-up jump shot in the lane. Rolls off for Doolin. Offensive board. Hamel, his put-back is blocked. Here come the Braves. On the attack. High left side with the dribble. Carter Cooley, 6'1" senior. Out on top. Three-pointer for the Braves is good. Alex Morse, 6' junior, with a three.
Good looking shot there by Morse.
3-2 Indian Creek. 6:40 to play. We're in the opening quarter here at Greenwood. Reynolds goes to work in the lane. Turnaround jump shot is good. His first basket. Greenwood back in front, 4-3. Three-pointer for the Braves. Does not go for Carter Cooley. In transition, Greenwood scores with Hamel. His first basket, 6-3 Greenwood.
You don't see Greenwood a lot of times in that fast break mode, but they get it. They're going to go tonight, I think. Here they go again.
Another turnover by Indian Creek. And trying to go in for the dunk is Doolin. Brought it behind his head a little bit, and it's stripped out of his hands. Good defense by Morse. Ball out of bounds. It will be Woodman ball under its own basket. 6 minutes to play, first quarter. Greenwood 6, Indian Creek 3 off the out-of-bounds play. Reynolds inside. Actually, that's Parker Doolin. Missed it a little bit too far into the basket.
Yeah, just a little bit too far. He tried taking his time and jumping out a little bit, but just didn't get the angle to get that ball in.
Braves getting into their half-court set.
Yep, Greenwood now man-to-man.
Morse rotates it. Oliver, make that Green, excuse me. Now to Oliver. Oliver, 5'9", sophomore guard. His bounce pass coming this way to Carter Cooley. Goes out of bounds. Greenwood ball.
Yeah, Greenwood's defense so far is really affecting Indian Creek. That's a couple turnovers. It's good man-to-man defense.
Woodman, good ball movement around the perimeter. Hommel, deep left corner, lob pass inside. Didn't quite get enough under it. He threw it right to Indian Creek. It's intercepted. He was trying to feed Doolin in the low post. Going all the way, scoring for Indian Creek is Carter Cooley, his first 2.
Pretty nice move by Cooley. He had somebody right in front of him, so kind of jumped backwards a little bit, put it behind his head. Pretty tough layup shot, but he made it. He averages almost 18 points a game, so you know he can hit it from just about anywhere.
3-point attempt for Greenwood is off the mark, hit the rim. We're under 5 minutes to play first quarter. 6-5 Greenwood by 1. Cooley trying to go all the way. Hommel swats it out of bounds.
Good defense there by Hommel. Cooley had it on the left side, but he kind of went back to his right hand, falling away a little bit. Hommel's right there to knock it out of bounds.
Morse will throw it in for Indian Creek. Looking for Oliver. Deflected and stolen. Here comes King on the fast break. 2-on-1. Passes to his left to Reynolds. He scores his 4th point. Greenwood by 5, 8-5. 4.5 minutes remaining first quarter. Oliver with the dribble. Into the corner. Cooley back to Oliver. Goes back to the corner. Cooley fakes on the 3. Goes baseline. Goes off glass too hard. Whistle. Foul against the Woodmen. Braden Reynolds collects his first foul. Number 1 against Greenwood.
Nice drive there by Cooley. You definitely see he's one that wants to go to the bucket. He's strong inside.
Very active on offense. As Rick said, he's averaging 17.5 points a ball game. Hits on the first free throw. 1 more for the senior. 4.5 rebounds per contest. 66% from the free throw line. He connects on the next one as well. Indian Creek down 1, 8-7, 4:15 on the clock, first quarter. Reynolds rotates it to King, left wing, looking inside for Hommel. He's not there. Davila off a screen, tries a long 3. The bank is still open. He banks it in.
Wow, that was a straight up turnaround jumper from about 18 feet off the backboard. Tough shot, but Davila got it.
Turnover by Indian Creek. Davila throws the ball inside. It was tipped away. Here come the Braves back the other way. Setting the feet, 3-pointer. Oliver around the cylinder and out. Rebound Davila. 11-7. Greenwood by 4. Owen King, tremendous pass. He finds Reynolds cutting to the basket. He has 6 points.
That was a great pass by Owen King. Just kept his head up all the way down and was looking at Reynolds to cut to the bucket. Reynolds did and got it right to him for the layup. Greenwood back in a 1-3-1 trap. Nice passing by, great block by Reynolds.
Another block by Reynolds. Holy cow, 2 blocks. Hommel back the other way, scores. 4 points for Benjamin Hommel, but how about Reynolds? The great defense for the Woodmen.
Yeah, Reynolds has been both sides of the court. He's got 6 points, 2 blocks in the same play right there. Very impressive by Reynolds. And he's got good jumping ability too. So 6'7" and can jump. That's a pretty lethal weapon for the blocking shots.
15-7. Greenwood with the advantage early. Full timeout called by Indian Creek head coach Drew Glenser. Reynolds 6 points. Hommel 4 points for Greenwood. Davila 5 points. Cooley with 4 for Indian Creek, and Morse has 3. Tonight's game being presented by Duke Homes. Also presented in part by Habig Injury Law. Big thank you to Habig Injury Law of Greenwood for supporting tonight's Sports Night Indiana coverage of the Johnson County matchup we have tonight. Habig Injury Law not only stands up for injury victims across Central Indiana, they also support the hometown teams. If you or your family need experienced legal help, visit HabigInjuryLaw.com or call 317-528-0666. That's Habig Injury Law of Greenwood, proud supporters of the hometown teams. See if the Braves can regroup coming out of this timeout.
Yeah, they had it 8-7. Greenwood's gone on a 7-0 run here just in the last minute. Good timeout, I think, by Coach Glenser there to kind of calm things down.
Woodman man-to-man defense. New player in, Victor Molina, guard, junior for Greenwood. He's all over the ball, and now he's called for a reach-in foul on Oliver. He's bringing the intensity off the bench.
Sure is. Again, I see Asen Swain on the bench, but he is not in uniform, so he's out tonight with looks like a leg injury.
Davila nearly comes up with a steal off the out-of-bounds play. Braves maintain possession. Oliver, sophomore, brings it out with the dribble. Takes it high right side with the pass to Morse. Morse brings it to the near side. Burris pounds it on the hardwood, down the lane, throws it to the corner. Cooley fakes on the three, drives right baseline, scores off the glass, going to the line for one. 6 points for Carter Cooley, going to the line for his third free throw here in this first quarter.
That's 2 fouls on Victor Molina, who just came to the ball game. And you can see Cooley really loves to drive that ball to bucket, but that was a nice shot fake by him with that left hand and cut inside, kind of slithered inside to get that shot off the glass and went in and got hit in the arm. Chance for a 3-point play.
Mason Frishy, 6'2 junior, in for Indian Creek. Free throw miss by Cooley on the rebound. It goes to the floor. Jump ball called. It's going to be Indian Creek basketball. Oliver will throw it in under the Indian Creek basket. Lobs it in, and the catch and shoot. Well done. Jackson Green scores his first two. He is a junior.
Nice play by Green there. He guarded, but he played that like a center, and he should. He got it, kept it up high, not bring it down where everybody can get it, and went up quickly to get that layup. Nice move.
Greenwood leads it by 4 points. 2 minutes to play in this opening quarter here at Greenwood. Johnson County matchup. Molina off a screen, now goes to the screener. That's Reynolds. Out on top, new player in there. Tharp for Greenwood, gets in the air and throws it away. Coaches tell you, don't get in the air.
Exactly right. Nothing good happens there typically.
Have a plan before you jump in the air, and you threw that one away. Here come the Braves, down 4. Down the lane, shot doesn't go. The follow-up doesn't go. Good effort, though, by Frishy. Shot it twice, couldn't quite come up with it. And Reynolds in transition, he's fouled. Going to the basket, he'll get 2 shots. Reynolds, 6 points in the ball game. He averages 13 per ball game, 8 rebounds per game, 48% free throw shooter. He'll get 2 shots. Foul against Carter Cooley, his first. This is on the first. Back in is Parker Doolin. Davila gets a break.
Yeah, that's one one problem he has. An awfully good player, but just shoots 48% from the free throw line. Got that one.
7 points for Reynolds, 16-11. Greenwood leads it. Reynolds will take a break. Hommel back in for Greenwood. Oliver across midcourt working against Molina. Molina playing with 2 fouls.
Yep, Greenwood back in that man-to-man. But really playing off. They're kind of almost zone tendency here.
Pass to the corner, now down the lane. Oliver, double team, trying to get rid of it. He's fouled. Foul against Owen King, his first. Walker Oliver will inbound for Indian Creek. Into the corner. Mason Frishy moves it here to the near side to Jackson Green. Junior guard, left-handed dribble. A couple of times off the hardwood, and now the pass to the wing gets away from Carter Cooley. Goes out of bounds. Greenwood ball.
Yeah, I don't think Cooley saw that one coming. I think that was a play. Cooley thought he was going to drive it and just wasn't ready for it. Just bounced right out of bounds.
55 seconds remaining first quarter. Greenwood with a 5-point advantage. Owen King out on top. Wide open. Tharp cutting to the basket. A little bit of a miscommunication with the defense. He was wide open.
Yeah, sure was.
Got mixed up, I think, on there. Switching. Tharp rolls to the basket for an easy 2. His first basket. Down to 30 seconds first quarter. Frischi. Back out on top, high left side. Carter Cooley. Cooley, one of three seniors, I should say, on this Indian Creek roster. We have not seen Sam Willard or Noah, Nutzman yet in the game, seniors for Indian Creek. They're both on the bench at this time. And a missed shot on the rebound. It's tipped out of bounds. Greenwood basketball with 5.7 seconds remaining in this opening quarter. And we see Zeke Falcons, a senior at 6'4", really good football player for Greenwood in the contest. Hummel will throw it in again, 5.7 seconds. He goes to Tharp across midcourt. 2 seconds, one.
Good pass.
Falcons in the post, goes off the glass. Count it. He got it off. Nice pivot, nice post move, and Falcons puts it in off the glass. Well done for the big fella. Brings us to the end of the first quarter. Greenwood leads Indian Creek in this Johnson County Clash 20-11. Tonight's game presented by Duke Homes on Sports Night Indiana. Great opening quarter for Greenwood. They lead Indian Creek 20-11. Second quarter underway, and how about Zeke Falcons, the big fella? Nice move. His first two off the bench tonight. He's 2 of 2 from the field this season, 100%. Greenwood with the basketball, cutting to the basket and scoring is the senior Parker Doolin, his first two.
Good offensive play there by Greenwood coming out of the timeout. A little cut move over, pick for Doolin. He got it right inside, come across the post, and easy layup. The steal.
Steal by Doolin into the front court. Two-handed slam. 6'7" Doolin puts it down. 4 points for Doolin, all here to begin the second quarter.
Great start for Greenwood. 2 buckets already here in this fourth quarter. They're now up 13.
Caper Eisen, 5'9" junior, in the ball game for Indian Creek. High left side, Cooley had the ball knocked away by Hummel. Foul against Hummel. Number 1 on Hummel, number 1 on Greenwood. Cooley will throw it in front of the Greenwood bench. Burris brings the high left side to Eisen. Eisen, the 5'9" junior guard. Oliver, sophomore guard, bounce pass to Cooley. Comes back to Eisen. Into the corner, Oliver trying to go baseline. He's fouled. Falcons calling for the personal. Falcons at 6'4", trying to handle the 5'9" Oliver. Guilty of the foul.
Yeah, tough matchup for Falcons when it's out high, when it's not quite as quick as Green is. But, I'm sorry, Oliver.
Off the out-of-bounds play, they go underneath. Burris, his pass to Cooley on the wing, knocked out of bounds by Hummel. Indian Creek will throw it in once again from the sideline. Walker Oliver will throw it in. 6:39 to play. We're in the second quarter. 24-11 Greenwood. Woodman starting to pull away from Indian Creek. The Braves trying to get the ball in bounds. They need some offense. They find Cooley. He's double-teamed. Tries to make the pass back to Oliver, stolen by Hummel. Here comes Hummel in the front court to Reynolds, off the glass, scores. Reynolds 9 points in the ball game. Timeout, Indian Creek. Rick, they're just taking advantage of the turnovers and getting some easy baskets in transition.
Yeah, they sure are. They're playing close man-to-man defense, and then they're really attacking the passing lane. So if it's anything that's telegraphed at all, Greenwood is really pushing forward to try to get that steal. And they've got 3 or 4 guys every time running down the court to have a 3-on-1. That was one right there. Nice pass by Hummel. Unselfish, because he maybe could have taken it all in, but Reynolds ahead of him. Another layup, and Greenwood now, 26-11, up 15. They're pulling away pretty quickly.
Last night on Sports Night Indiana, we were at Cathedral High School. Center Grove girls basketball ranked number 3 in the state of Indiana. Good win at Cathedral, 49-36. CG girls basketball 19-0 on the season, snapping Cathedral's 13-game win streak last night. How about Indiana Miss Basketball candidate Grayson Gilliard, 28 points to lead the Trojans last night. We'll have the Center Grove girls basketball team here on Sports Night Indiana again this Saturday night at number 5 Hamilton Southeastern. With that said, though, Rick, I'm hearing a snowstorm might be moving in on Saturday.
They're talking about it. Hopefully it stays south for the basketball game. That should be a barn burner. Hamilton Southeastern always tough, playing a great schedule. But man, Grayson Gilliard, we got to start saying leading candidate, I think, for Miss
I
basketball.
like it. Missed shot by Indian Creek, and now the other way, a travel called against Owen King. Kind of tried to penetrate, kind of lost his footing.
He did. That's kind of what happened. He lost his footing. Was trying to get that pass off, but just kind of had to juggle his feet there. And good call for travel.
6 minutes to play. We're in the second quarter here at Greenwood. Johnson County matchup. Greenwood 26, Indian Creek 11. Oliver directing traffic. Point guard for Indian Creek. Brings it here to the near side. Ison back to Oliver. Calls out the play once again. Dribbles left, tries to bounce pass to the baseline on the left side, looking for Burris cutting to the basket. Ball is out of bounds. Last touch the Braves, so Greenwood ball and another turnover by Indian Creek.
Yeah, Coach Glintzer can't be too happy with the turnovers. A lot of those are just kind of self-made. They made some tough passes or trying to force it inside a little bit, and Greenwood's taking full advantage.
Yeah, Coach Glintzer asking if that pass might have been deflected by Greenwood. I thought I saw a deflection, but it does go to Greenwood. Missed shot from the perimeter by the Woodmen. Braves with the rebound, pushing quickly into the front court is Morse. To Green, three-pointer swish. Jackson Green Jr., he has 5 points in the ball game, his first three-pointer. Big basket for Indian Creek. They were stuck on 11 for some time. That's their first basket here in this second quarter, and the other way, ball out of bounds.
Good defense there by Walker Oliver against the 6'7" Doolin. Was able to get up and make that block. And that jump ball they called there because of that. And Indian Creek's got it back to try to cut this down to single digits.
Center Grove, I should say Greenwood, trying to double team out on top, putting some pressure on the point guard that leaves the baseline and the basket area kind of open, and a missed shot from the baseline by Alex Burris. Actually, the missed shot was by Ison. And now a quick shot for Greenwood, and Ison with the rebound. Ison out on top to Morse. Greenwood looks like back to the man-to-man. They've done a good job mixing up their defenses here in the half court. Oh, intercepted pass, trying to get to the baseline, a kind of a skip pass, diagonal pass, intercepted by the Woodman, and count the basket for Braden Reynolds. He's fouled. He'll be at the line for one. 11 points. He's in double figures, Braden Reynolds. Foul against, looks like 23 on the clock, and Abe Woodley. He's a 5'8" junior into the ball game, playing off the bench. Greenwood has doubled up the Braves, 28-14, 4:19 left to play until halftime. Reynolds at the line, trying to convert on an old-fashioned three-point play. Good rotation, good arch, nothing but net. He has 12 points. Burris will take a break for Indian Creek.
Back to that 3-2 zone. Looking to trap what they can.
Nutzman in for Indian Creek. He's one of 3 seniors. Cooley in the lane to the corner. Green fires another 3. Hit the back part of the rim. Battle for the rebound. Pulled down by the 6'7" Reynolds. It's always nice to have a 6'7" guy on your roster. How about Greenwood? They have 2 of them.
I know. And both of them can handle the ball pretty well, too, especially Reynolds.
Pass inside gets deflected. Hommel picks up the loose ball. They go to Doolin, then to Reynolds for the easy 2. 14 points for Reynolds.
Well, very unselfish by Greenwood. They're not forcing anything. They're looking for the open pass. If somebody's a little more open, they're getting it to them for the easy layup.
31-14 Woodman. Left-handed 3. Nutzman, the senior, missed it. Here come the Woodmen in transition. Scoring easily is Hommel. Hommel with 6 points and another timeout called by Indian Creek. They're just not getting back defensively.
Yeah, they're not getting back, and they can't get any offensive rebounds. Again, Greenwood, we mentioned it up front, that their height is quite a big difference. 2 6'7". Tallest guy for Indian Creek is 6'2", so Greenwood's been dominating the defensive boards, and they know they're going to be able to do it, so they're getting a lot of the guards to tick off and get running as soon as that shot goes up, and that's caused, 6 or 7 layups on the other end. Greenwood's taking full advantage there, up to a 19-point lead.
Next up for the Greenwood Woodmen this Friday, they have a mid-state conference game against Decatur Central, and last night Decatur Central lost at home to Center Grove. Good win for the Trojans, and for Decatur Central, they're 11-3 on the season. They've been playing really, really well so far. So Greenwood, Decatur Central this Friday, 7:30 conference game in the mid-state. For the Braves, they're going to be off until next Tuesday. They're going to host the Martinsville Artesians next Tuesday. Of course, Jackson Williams, Center Grove grad, also coached at GCA in his first year as head coach of the Artesians.
Yeah, I'm sure Jackson will get that program turned around. He's been an excellent coach wherever he's been, and building that program up again. And Jackson being awfully young, he's got a great career ahead of him in coaching ranks.
Indian Creek with the basketball, trailing 33-14, 3:15 to play until halftime. Cooley brings it into the front court, hands it off to Oliver. Now the double team on the baseline and on the wings by Indian Creek, or I should say by Greenwood. So they're mixing up their defenses once again. They rotate it back out on top to Morse, now to Cooley. Free throw line extended on the left side. Davila, really good defense. Look at Coach Woody down there. He's playing some pretty good defense on the sideline.
Sure is.
I like it.
He's hustling.
He is hustling. Foul against the Woodmen.
Woodmen foul number 14, Jerome Davila is first. Team's third.
That's Davila's first foul.
Yeah, Coach Woody was in that defensive position, kind of sliding his feet, the head coach for Greenwood. I like it.
Kevin, we haven't seen hardly any fouls. It's been a very clean game so far. I think in the first quarter we just had 1 foul called. Here just 4 overall, so only 5 fouls called in the whole game.
Oliver hits the first of 2 free throws. His first point. He averages 7 points a ball game, shoots 67% from the free throw line. One more for the sophomore, and he got it.
Substitution number 14, Kate Rice.
Owen King will bring it up for the Woodmen. Works against Eisen. Brings it to the right wing. Doolin spins to the middle, right in front of the basket, rolled it off the cylinder. His follow-up doesn't go. He's going to try it again. Missed it. He's fouled. He'll be at the line to shoot 2. Getting his rebound stat up there, though.
Yeah.
Foul number 14, Kate Rice is first. Team second.
Eisen with the foul for Indian Creek. His first, number 2 against Indian Creek. Doolin 4 points in the ball game, all 4 here in the second quarter. Hits on the first free throw. He and Swain both averaging 16.3 points a ball game to lead the way this year so far for the Woodmen. Hits on the next. 6 points for Doolin. Again, Swain not in uniform tonight. Morse passes to the high right side. Burris now to Cooley. Lost the dribble, now takes the shot, missed it. Battle for the rebound, pulled down by Burris. Outside official with the whistle calls a jump ball. Greenwood will have it. So, Rick, for Indian Creek, they're playing in this new conference. Hoosier Legends, Triton Central, Monrovia, Tri-West, Beech Grove, Speedway. Greenwood leaves the Mid-State Conference after this year. They will be in that new conference next year.
Yeah, that'll make this rivalry even that much stronger going forward.
Molina in the ball game for Greenwood. Davila takes the shot in the lane, missed it. Battle for the rebound. Here come the Braves. Burris will push. Good job by Greenwood getting back. Burris going to the basket. High arching shot off the glass. He's fouled. He'll be at the line to shoot two. Burris, a 6'2 junior. He's the tallest player on this Indian Creek roster. A couple of fouls on Owen King. Free throw is good. He's averaging 2.5 points a ball game, 4.6 rebounds. Leads the team with 2 assists per game. Heck of a free throw shooter, 90%.
Yeah, he looked like it right there. Those didn't touch any rim at all. Really good touch.
I would say, for those that remember, Steve Alford-like on those free throws. The net didn't even move.
Right.
The great.
You wonder if that good a shooter, why he doesn't average more than a couple points a game. Probably doesn't take a lot of shots. It's the first time we've seen Indian Creek this year.
Of course, Alford played for Newcastle, the Trojans, and, of course, for Bob Knight at Indiana University. Quick shot by Greenwood, missed. Here come the Braves, down 35-18. 1:20 left to play in this opening half. Cooley behind the three-point arc. Steps back now, takes a three. It's short. Rebound Davila for Greenwood. Owen King across midcourt with the dribble. Molina sets the feet. High arching three is good for Victor Molina. His first basket. That was a pretty shot.
Yeah, it sure was. He got it right there in that angled shot in his side and lined it up and nailed it. Nobody came to him.
50 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. 38-18. Greenwood has really extended its lead here in this second quarter. It was 20-11 after the first quarter. Indian Creek struggling to score, and nice take by Jackson Green. He's had a nice second quarter. He now has 7 points in the ballgame. Molina said, I hit one, I'm going to try it again. Misses on this three. Didn't quite have the same set. Outlet pass taken away. Davila with the steal to Owen King. 20 seconds to play until halftime, and Cooley comes behind Owen King and steals it away. Didn't see him coming. Cooley in the front court, banks it in for 2 points. His first basket here in the second quarter. He has 8 points. Indian Creek trying to make a little bit of a run here late. Shot missed by Greenwood, and the last second shot for Indian Creek is missed by Alex Morse. That brings us to halftime here at Greenwood. Again, impressive second quarter by Greenwood. They lead at 38-22 going into the locker room. We'll take a break. Our halftime show is up next. This is Johnson County boys basketball from Greenwood on Sports Night Indiana, being presented by Duke Homes.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
At Peterman, we are raising the bar for home service. We host classes nearly every working day, with thousands of hours of training invested in our field professionals each year. So you know when Peterman shows up, you're about to receive expert care. Home ownership is already stressful enough. So when it comes to peace of mind for your home, trust Peterman to get it done. And for a limited time, get a free furnace from us. Visit PetermanHVAC.com for details and to schedule.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Time here at Greenwood, and Greenwood leads Indian Creek 38-22. Greenwood outscored the Braves in the opening quarter 20-11 and outscored the Braves 18-11 in quarter number 2. And Rick Sauter, you have our scores from the first half.
Sure, Kevin. Yeah, Greenwood had a really good first half. 38 points, pretty high-scoring ball game for them. They had 7 players score that first half, so just about everybody came in, contributed on the board. They were led by Braden Reynolds, who really had a good first half all the way around. Made some good blocks, good passing, and he definitely was strong on the offensive end scoring. He had 7 points in the first quarter, 7 points in the second quarter. Lead Greenwood with 14 points. He's the only double-figure scorer tonight. 6 points for Ben Hommel, 6 points also for Parker Doolin. All 6 of those were coming in the second quarter. 5 points for Jerome Davila. He got those 5 in the first quarter. 3 points for Victor Molina. 2 points for Ronan Tharp and 2 points for Zeke Falcons to round out scoring for the Woodmen. For the Indian Creek Braves, they had 5 players score. They were led by their leading scorer, Carter Cooley, 8 points. That's just about near his average of 17.5 at the end of the ball game, so he's just about halfway there. 7 points for Jackson Green. He had a nice half and made some good couple jumpers and made a 3-pointer for his 7. 3 points for Alex Morris, 2 points for Walker Oliver, and 2 points for Alec Burris to round out scoring for the Braves.
So once again here at halftime, 38-22, Greenwood with a nice sized lead over the Indian Creek Braves. Greenwood at 8-5 in the Mid-State Conference, 1-2, 5th place. They're going to play the Decatur Central Hawks this Friday in a conference game at 7:30. So again, we were kind of talking about Asen Swain not playing tonight, senior sharpshooter for Greenwood. A little bit of a knee injury. I'm guessing they hope to get him back, obviously, for the big game on Friday, which is against Decatur Central Conference game.
Yeah, big game, conference game. And I did hear from somebody talking in the game last night that Decatur Central's leading scorer, a big guy, didn't play against Center Grove. So I don't know if that's a long-term injury or he'll be back on that game too. But definitely Swain will make a difference for Greenwood. Just another extra score. Again, 16 points a game, tied for leading scoring. And maybe not needing tonight. Probably could be a smart move to kind of have some injury management. He's got a knee or leg problem. It's not too serious, but needs some rest. Tonight might be the good night to do it. So far in the first half, it's proven to be a positive move.
Again, our next web stream coming up this Saturday. Center Grove girls basketball, ranked number 3 in the state of Indiana, will be at number 5 Hamilton Southeastern. Tip-off scheduled for 7:30. Center Grove girls, the lone team remaining undefeated in girls basketball in the state of Indiana. 2 years ago, CG went up there and played HSC and got a nice size win against a really good HSC team. So again, should be a great battle again coming up this Saturday.
Yeah, that will be a great battle. I think a good test of for both teams to see where they're at. And for Center Grove, they win that game. I know they're ranked 3 now, but undefeated, and then you beat the team that's number 5 and you beat Hamilton Southeastern. I don't see how you can't move them up to at least 1 or 2 in that situation. But just been a fantastic year for Center Grove girls basketball team. Defense is always there, and they've got with Grayson Gillard, and then other players, young players, have stepped up and had a good continue to improve. They'll be awfully tough. They're awfully tough now, but awfully tough to knock out of the tournament.
Also next Tuesday, Greenwood girls will be at Center Grove on Tuesday, 7th. That's actually going to be a 7 o'clock start, no JV game. 7 o'clock start, varsity. It'll be senior night for Center Grove, but that should be an interesting matchup as Greenwood goes to Center Grove next Tuesday for girls basketball. Next week's really the final week of the regular season for girls basketball. They're going to have a tournament sectional pairing show this Sunday, 6 to 8 on ihsatv.org. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of matchups we're going to see for girls basketball in the sectional coming up this Sunday. So just one more week left of the regular season for girls basketball here in the state of Indiana. We do see both teams out warming up. We're just moments away before we get to the second half.
Kevin, I see Greenwood probably doing what they did the first half. They're probably going to maybe come out, might do some of that 3-2 or that 1-3-1 trap. I'd say probably more so. It's going to be a lot of man-to-man. Indian Creek's got to just continue to move it around, get the shots as they get them. They haven't taken bad shots. They just haven't had a lot of shots because Greenwood's put so much pressure on them. There's been a lot of turnovers. And Greenwood's done a really good job on the boards, so we expect they probably would with size advantage, offensive and defensive boards. Indian Creek's just not getting more than one shot, so when they get their chance, they're going to have to make them count to get back to this ball game.
Both teams now to their respective benches. Some final words from their head coaches. Again, for the boys high school basketball season, we're in the final second half of the season, if you will. County tournaments are over now. It's mainly going to be conference games from here on out.
Yep, exactly. So, yeah, you're going to get conference kicking in and starting to be another week or so. We hit February. That starts kind of the home stretch, too. That's 3 or 4 weeks left before, you get to the sectional draw, and sectionals there, too. So it's coming up quick.
Indian Creek with the basketball to begin the third quarter. Greenwood looks
back
like
into
a different,
that.
Yeah, looks
like
like
that kind of 1-2-2 zone.
Yeah, we'll see if they'll trap out of it. They're almost putting 3 guys around the top.
Yeah, kind of a matchup zone a little bit, but definitely playing high on the ball up top.
Interesting. I like this defense. Not sure what to call it, but it looks effective. A missed shot by Oliver. He got close in and missed the shot. Rebound Greenwood. King across midcourt. Looks like Coach Glenser wants something here defensively from his team, and they're not quite responding for what he wanted. And going to the basket and fouled is Reynolds. He'll go to the free throw line for 1. He's got 16 points in the ballgame.
Yeah, Indian Creek just really struggling with Greenwood size. Reynolds especially, too, because he can go outside and inside. That's just a tough matchup, and then Hommel's really dominating the boards inside.
He misses on the free throw. Foul against Morse. That's his first offensive board, though, for Greenwood. A missed shot, and now on the rebound, a foul against Greenwood.
That's going to be on Davila. It's his second foul, first on the team. Yeah, I think one reason, Kevin, this defense is working really well is Indian Creek's really not running much inside. They're not cutting there. They get it. They got it over to their leading scorer, Cooley, in there about the free throw line. But they're playing a lot of perimeter ball, so Greenwood doesn't have to really guard against that inside play.
Bounce pass in the post. Now he dribbles out. That's Oliver. Not very big. Oliver at 5'9". Dribbles away from the land of the trees inside, and now the pass out on top and a breakaway two-handed slam for Greenwood. That is Braden Reynolds putting it down with authority. He's got 18 points. Timeout called by Drew Glenser, head coach for Indian Creek. 6:31 to play in the third, 42-22 Greenwood, and the Woodmen have a couple of dunks tonight. Doolin had one in the first half, and now Reynolds with a two-handed slam.
Yeah, that's good defense by Reynolds. He's out there at that point at 6'7", that point of that zone, and he's just overplaying anything that comes out there. And that time, little miscommunication of who's going to get it for the Braves, and Reynolds was right there to pick it up and all the way down for a slam dunk. And now we got a 20-point ball game here with 6.5 to go. Greenwood's looking pretty darn good.
Once again, a big thank you to our presenting sponsor tonight, Duke Homes. Also, tonight's game being presented in part by Hobbick Injury Law of Greenwood. The Braves with the basketball down 42-22, 6:25 on the clock, third quarter. Morris brings it out with the dribble. Now attacks, goes to the free throw line. Takes the pass to the corner, and his bounce pass is intercepted. That was Burris with the bounce pass, and he had it stolen. And now we have a player down for Greenwood. That is Reynolds. Whistle on the play, a foul against Indian Creek going against Jackson Green. His first, team second. Ball out of bounds here for Greenwood under its own basket.
Yeah, Reynolds going down to try to get a fast break, and just he and Green got their feet tangled up a little bit. Reynolds not down pretty hard. Looks like he's okay.
Burris checks out for Indian Creek. Mason Frishy, 6'2" junior, in for Indian Creek. Davila throws it in to King. Takes it back to Davila. Back inside. Reynolds goes off glass. Scored easily. 20 points for Braden Reynolds.
Reynolds just too big inside. Indian Creek cannot handle him in there at all.
Once again, Greenwood has doubled up Indian Creek, 44-22. Just under 6 minutes to play in the third. Looks like a zone-type defense here by Greenwood. 3 across the top. 3 tall guys on the top, and then 2 of the smaller guys down low. In the lane, Cooley gets open for a jump shot and scores.
That's a good job by Indian Creek there. They got it inside Cooley at the free throw line. That's where he would able to either make a pass or make a move, and he made that move and got a nice shot in.
Cooley in double figures with 10. He averages 17.5 points a ball game. Doolin puts it on the floor, goes strong to the basket, left it short off the glass. King with the rebound. Throws it out to Hommel. He's going to attack the basket with the right hand, scoops it up and in. What a take by Hommel.
Yeah,
He's got
pretty
8
move
points.
by Hommel. He kind of made up his mind. I'm going straight in the bucket, and he sure did. Nobody got in his way, and he went strong in there for the layup.
46-24, all Greenwood. 5 minutes to play in the third. Morris throws it to Green, now to Cooley. To the point guard, Oliver. Oliver, one dribble, his pass taken. Just long arms by Reynolds on the perimeter. He's 6'7". He gets the steal, goes to the basket, takes it up. There's a whistle foul against Indian Creek. Reynolds will get 2 free throws.
That's going to be on Oliver.
Those long arms on the perimeter by Reynolds makes it very difficult for the guards for Indian Creek.
Really does. He's got the size to hard to get it over top of him. He's got long arms, so it's not easy to get around him. And Indian Creek's really struggled with that 3-2 zone.
Walker picks up his first foul. Reynolds on the free throw. Hits on the free throw. He has 21 points in the ball game. Kind of wonder what his season and career high is. Don't have that information, but he's got to be flirting with it, I would assume.
Yeah, it's a season for sure.
Davila checks out. Tharp in for him, and he hits on the next one. Doing a better job on his free throws tonight.
Yeah, he has.
That's just one area that he struggles. The rest of his game, though, is pretty darn good.
Awfully solid.
48-24, Greenwood. 4.5 minutes remaining, third quarter. Cooley with the dribble, high left side, now down the lane, reverse. Ticks up the dribble, goes off the glass. What a move. He scores. 12 points for Cooley. That was not easy.
That was pretty. He just decided, I'm going to take it myself, and really made a nice move. Kind of burrowed his head in to get a little bit of almost a pro move, to kind of get a little shove off for a little room, and made a nice fall-away jumper.
Indian Creek now going with the double team on the perimeter on the ball. King was able to make the entry pass inside. There is a foul against the Braves.
That's Nutzman's first.
4 fouls against Indian Creek. Off the out-of-bounds play, another spin move, and Reynolds scores easily. He's up to what, 24 points.
Yep, 24.
50-26. Greenwood with the commanding lead. Just under 4 minutes to play in the third. Cooley with the pass to Eisen on the right wing. Out on top, Green swings it back to Cooley on the left wing. On top, Nutzman. Bounce pass inside, goes to Green. Pass out on top gets stolen by Reynolds. He's fouled in transition. He'll get 2 shots because that's number 5 team foul against Indian Creek. Foul number 2 on Cooley. He's 4 out of 6 tonight, 5 out of 7 as he hits the first one here. 25 points for Reynolds.
Yeah, he's definitely propping up his free throw shooting average. Just 48% coming in, but he's been strong tonight.
6'4" senior center, Zeke Falcons, in for Greenwood. Misses on the next, but Doolin there to get the offensive rebound and 2 points. 8 points for Doolin. .320 left to play in the third. On the perimeter, Frishy. Couple of dribbles, now out on top. Three-pointer, good. That's Carter Cooley.
Yeah, Cooley's a good player. He's got a nice soft touch, doesn't force it, just got the steal there. He's got another chance for another bucket.
Whistle, foul on the play. Foul against Greenwood.
Yep, they'll call Reynolds on that.
Couple of shots for Cooley at the free throw line. He's got 15 points in the ball game.
He's got over half their points.
Yeah, he's got a very strong offensive game. Misses on the first free throw. 66% from the free throw line. He's got 7 3-pointers now on the season, a little bit below 40%, so that's a solid percentage. He's at 38% on threes. Ooh, misses on the next free throw as well. Greenwood into the front court in the ball game. That's Victor Molina, guard, goes inside to Tharp. He's on the baseline under the basket, gets rid of it. Back out on top to Molina. Molina, a couple of dribbles, lob pass inside, and Doolin gets free for a dunk. His second dunk of the night, and he's in double figures with 10.
Nice move by Molina. Kind of take a dribble inside to kind of draw the second player to him, and good job then by Doolin also to cut to the bucket. He had an easy dunk.
55-29, Greenwood. Cooley pulls it out with 2.5 minutes to play in the third. Three-pointer from the left wing off the mark by Eisen. Rebound Greenwood. 3-on-2. Molina leads the attack for Greenwood, and now he spins away from the defense, and Cooley picks his pocket and scores the layup going back the other way. Cooley with 17 points. That's why they say don't turn your back to the defense.
That's right. Cooley's done that a couple times. He's very aware on the defensive side of when to go get it.
Before the shot for Greenwood, foul on the floor against the Braves. Against Jackson Green, that'll be number 2 foul on Jackson. But they are, again, over the limit, so 2 free throws for Parker Doolin. He's in double figures with 10. Again, Reynolds leads away for Greenwood with 25 points. This is on the first free throw. Doolin 70% from the free throw line. Oliver and Burris back in for the Braves. Misses on the next, but Hommel gets the rebound. And he throws it right back down the lane, cutting to the basket. Doolin, who missed the free throw. They didn't get him checked out, and Doolin scores easily. 12 points for Doolin. 1:45 remaining in the third. Inside, Cooley now pivots and does a fall-away jump shot, missed it. Doolin at midcourt, reach-in foul.
That's going to be Cooley's third.
At the line shooting two will be Parker Doolin. So, Rick, they changed that rule a few years ago. Once you get to 5 team fouls in 1 quarter, automatic 2 free throws. Some pros and cons, I would say.
Yeah, I'm a little old school on that one. I'd rather see him earn it. That's why they call him free. But you got to be able to hit those to be able to move on. But, you know, I get the extra time and fouling on purpose to try to get there too at points in time.
He misses on the first free throw. Doolin struggled against Center Grove last Tuesday in the county tournament with his free throws. And he's
4 straight.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit here tonight. Oliver with the rebound into the front court. Cooley goes back to Oliver. High arching three. Got it. Well done by the sophomore. 5 points in the ball game for Oliver.
Good steal by here. Indian Creek. Here they go. Just threw a little too far.
Out of bounds. You're right. Let him too much.
Yeah.
But they got the steal and had the right idea, trying to get a quick basket the other way in transition. Just threw it in front too much. It goes out of bounds. So back to Greenwood with 1:15 on the clock in the third. 57-34 Greenwood. Again, a big second quarter and another big third quarter.
Nice pass.
DeVillo back in. He was wide open underneath.
Sure was. Hummel was over that right side. DeVilla just cut behind everybody. Nobody saw him. And good look by Hummel to get it to him, but easy layup.
Jerome DeVilla, 7 points in the ball game. Under a minute to play in the third. Sam Willard, senior, in the ball game for Indian Creek. Out on top, dribbling is Oliver, the sophomore, goes back to the senior Sam Willard. Willard to the right side, hands it off. Nutzman, another senior, couple seniors in there, along with Cooley. So all three seniors on the court for Indian Creek. Down to 23 seconds. Hear the applause from the Greenwood fans with the great defense. I think also they like seeing Falcons, the big football player, on Oliver, the point guard. Inside shot missed by Burris. Here come the Woodmen. 8 seconds, 7, 6. Hummel all the way, scoops it in. He's in double figures with 10. Half-court shot, no good for the Woodmen. That brings us to the end of the third quarter. 61-34, all Greenwood in tonight's clash in this Johnson County matchup with the Indian Creek Braves. Tonight's game presented by Duke Homes on Sports Night Indiana.
At Peterman, we are raising the bar for home service. We host classes nearly every working day, with thousands of hours of training invested in our field professionals each year. So you know when Peterman shows up, you're about to receive expert care. Home ownership is already stressful enough. So when it comes to peace of mind for your home, trust Peterman to get it done. And for a limited time, get a free furnace from us. Visit PetermanHVAC.com for details and to schedule.
Fourth quarter beginning here at Greenwood. Woodmen lead the Indian Creek Braves 61-34. Greenwood with the basketball. Molina high right side, and the Braves coming out, trapping out on top here in the half court, changing up their defense, just trying to force Greenwood into some turnovers to try and get some easy baskets here in transition. And this shot by the Woodmen, they get their own rebound, they'll reset. Davila goes to King on the left wing. Skip pass all the way to the right side. Molina attacks the basket and lays it off the glass and scores. 5 points for Victor Molina. Greenwood playing the man-to-man defense. Nutzman to Oliver, left wing. Bounce pass into the lane. Burris. Then to Nutzman. Takes the left-handed three. Short rebound. King. King throws it ahead. All the way. Scoring for Greenwood is Tharp. He's got 5. Great recognition by Owen King. Falcons playing some defense, or at least trying to here on the point guard. Falcons again, 6'4", football player. He's an offensive tackle in football. He commits the foul on Oliver, number 2 on Falcons. Spoke to his dad prior to tonight's game. He's the assistant AD here at Greenwood. So he's got some football offers. Marion and Anderson, I think, trying to, among others.
He's definitely got good size on him. I'm sure it's good for him being playing basketball too. Keep his quickness up and stay in shape.
Turnover by Indian Creek off the out-of-bounds play. Molina, high arching three, rimmed it. Rebound Indian Creek. Burris with the rebound. Oliver with the ball. Throws it underneath. Led to Willard a little too much and also a little bit high with the pass. Couldn't control it. Out of bounds. Back to Greenwood. So we talked about Greenwood this Friday. Their game against Decatur Central in Mid-State Conference play will be at Decatur Central. So that'll be one heck of a matchup for the Woodmen on the road. I believe Decatur's still undefeated in that conference, and Greenwood at 1 and 2 in 5th place. So that's going to be a big game for Greenwood. Ball tipped out of bounds by Indian Creek. Tharp throws it in. Davila launching the three. Weak side rebound, Tharp. Back to King. King looking to pass. He's that true point guard, always looking to pass, isn't he?
He really is.
Very similar to his older brother.
Yep.
Ethan King graduated last year from Greenwood, and Davila drains the three. 10 points for Davila. That's a couple of threes for him tonight.
Yeah, Davila and Molina both have come off the bench, and Davila starting for Swain tonight. They've done a nice job coming in the game. Held the ball well, both shot pretty well. Good bench strength there.
Greenwood coming back the other way. Molina fouled. He'll get 2 shots.
Well, that was a great lead pass. That looked like Fernando Mendoza up there by Ronan Tharp, the leading perfectly. I think Molina thought it was going to get tipped, and it wasn't. And he got up there for a layup and was fouled.
Oliver commits his second foul. Molina at the line shooting 2. He has 5 points tonight. He averages 2.5. 60% free throw shooter. Hits on the first. Rick, how about them Hoosiers? That was an impressive season. 16-0 national champs.
Just amazing. That's all you can say. Just fantastic.
Molina misses on the next free throw. Ison will bring it up for Indian Creek. 5:20 remaining in the final quarter here at Greenwood. 65-34, all Woodmen tonight. Ison, high left side. Pulls it out with the dribble, and now works it to the right side with the dribble. Posting up inside is Frischi. Ball taken away by the Woodmen, and Molina not able to finish with the layup. Rebound Greenwood. Davila puts it up and in. He's got 12 points in the ball game. Frischi on the baseline, goes down low. Shot missed by Morris. Follow-up is good, though, for Indian Creek. Was that Ison?
I think that was Ison, yeah.
Ison with the follow-up.
Just Indian Creek's first basket of the quarter. Wow, what a move by Molina. He's looked really good here in this fourth quarter.
Molina, 8 points in the ball game. Yeah, he's got some moves. He's got a pretty shot, too. Oliver, pull-up shot, uses the glass a little too hard. I like the fact that he tried to bank it in.
Yeah,
you don't see players today do that very
smart
often.
Play. It just bounced off a little too hard. Nice play there.
Davila. I guess they're saying Davila.
Yeah, Davila.
Davila scores. He's got 14. 75-36 Greenwood. We do have a timeout. 3:51 left to play in tonight's ball game. Again, Indian Creek back in action next Tuesday. They're going to host the Martinsville Artesians, 7:30. For Greenwood, I was talking to Mike Campbell, their athletic director. They're going to host the sectional this year, and it's going to be quite a sectional. Of course, Greenwood's having a great season. He said Roncalli will be in this sectional.
Yep.
He said Shelbyville's having a good season. New Palestine, just to mention a few. Again, it's a really solid. I think he told me there's, in this sectional here, 4 teams have been ranked in the top 10 in Class 3A at some point this year.
Yeah, that'll be a fantastic section. One of the better ones in the state, actually. Anybody can win it. Big advantage here, Greenwood playing their home court.
He said exactly. Playing at home will be a plus.
Yeah.
And also you kind of wonder, what kind of draw are you going to get?
Yeah, that's always a big deal. You don't want to have that top team first off, and when you got a very competitive sectional anyway, getting a bye could be a big deal.
Blind draw in the state of Indiana. Not a seeded tournament. We do see Isaac Bemis, junior guard, in for Greenwood. Tharp on the steal, tries to go all the way, missed it, rolled it off the rim. Coming back the other way, a foul. Kyler Perry in the ball game. He's a 6-foot junior, so both teams emptying the bench here late.
Gavin Arnold for Greenwood is in, junior. First time tonight.
You might hear the fans at home, the Greenwood student section chanting over there, asking for certain players to come in. So I think those players are now starting to come in the ball game and get some playing time here late. Three-pointer doesn't go for the Braves. That was Kyler Perry on that missed three. The ball goes out of bounds. It's Greenwood ball. 2:48 left to play in the ball game. In the lane, receiving the pass. That's Gavin Arnold. Rolled it off. Rebound. Jackson Green for Indian Creek. Into the front court, Green. Takes it to the corner on the takeoff. He is out of bounds. Looks like Abe Woodley received the pass. Yep. His foot was on the sideline, out of bounds. So back to Greenwood. Rick, will reach that point where we have a running clock.
Yep, you're right.
Once you get to 35 or more points in the second half, you go to the running clock, and it does stay. It does not go away. Some people think, well, once you get it back to 33, 34, no, it stays the whole way through. Stepping back for the three.
Crowd was ready to erupt there for Arnold.
Yeah, Gavin Arnold, he missed it. Here comes Perry for Indian Creek with a layup. Missed it, out of bounds, off Greenwood. It will be Indian Creek ball, 1:45 and counting in tonight's ball game. Again, our next web stream coming up Saturday night. Center Grove girls basketball, undefeated, 19-0 at number 5, Hamilton Southeastern. It's scheduled to tip at 7:30. So join us for a great night of girls basketball this Saturday night here on Sports Night Indiana. Off the out-of-bounds play. Out of bounds, back to Greenwood. Stay tuned. Coming up on the postgame show, Rick will have all the scores from tonight's ball game. Also, we put a word in with Coach Whitty to join us on the postgame show, and maybe a Greenwood player or two. So stay tuned for that coming up on our postgame show. And a big thank you once again to Duke Homes for being our presenting sponsor tonight. They've been great supporters of ours and our games that we have covered here in the Johnson County area. Midcourt, over and back called against Greenwood. Final 40 seconds. Dylan Doherty, 5'10" freshman, in for Indian Creek. Goes to Green, out on top Perry. Reach-in foul called against Molina of Greenwood. So with the win, Greenwood goes to 9-5. Indian Creek falls to 3-9. A missed shot for the Braves. Greenwood with the rebound. That's Arnold. Brings it into the front court. Should be able to dribble this one out. Indian Creek not playing any aggressive defense. They're going to let this one dribble out. Final score from Greenwood, 75-36. Greenwood with a convincing win tonight over the Indian Creek Braves.
Thank you for attending tonight's contest. As you exit the field, please grab your traps and place it close to the
Tonight's Johnson County matchup presented by Duke Homes. All the best as Greenwood now gets ready for Decatur Central. On the road, conference game on Friday night, 7:30. And all the best to the Braves as they host the Martinsville Artesians next Tuesday at 7:30. Our post-game show is up next. This is Sports Night Indiana.
At Peterman, we are raising the bar for home service. We host classes nearly every working day, with thousands of hours of training invested in our field professionals each year. So you know when Peterman shows up, you're about to receive expert care. Home ownership is already stressful enough. So when it comes to peace of mind for your home, trust Peterman to get it done. And for a limited time, get a free furnace from us. Visit PetermanHVAC.com for details and to schedule.
Simple moments, ordinary experiences. They happen every day. Each one of them small, yet make our lives special. maintained by a company that cares about you. Everyday moments like these brought to you by Peterman Brothers, where great service runs in the family.
Back here at Greenwood, final time tonight. Convincing win for the Woodmen tonight over Indian Creek, 75-36. With the win, 9-5 on the season for Greenwood. Indian Creek falls to 3-9. We'll get to Braden Reynolds, who had a fantastic game tonight for the Woodmen. We'll get to him here in just a moment. But first, let's go to our Rick Sonner, who's got his scores from tonight's game. Rick, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. For the victorious Woodmen, they had 7 players score. Again, we mentioned they were led by Braden Reynolds, his all-time scoring high. We confirmed with him, and he'll talk to him, Kevin will, in a second. But 25 points tonight, and really in 3.5 quarters. Or actually 2.5 quarters. He sat out the latter part of the third quarter and all the fourth. So had 7 in the first quarter, 7 in the second, 11 in the third, just dominating the play. And then Greenwood wisely got him out of the game to make sure he's healthy going forward. But led Greenwood 25, 14 points for Jerome Davila. I'm guessing that's his all-time high also. He played a fantastic game starting tonight for Ace and Swain, one of their leading scorers, and he had 14. 12 points for Parker Doolin, 10 points for Ben Hommel, 8 points for Victor Molina, another person off the bench that really played well. That's got to be one of his top scoring games also. 4 points for Ronan Sharp and 2 points for Zeke Falkins to round out scoring for the Woodmen. For the Indian Creek Braves, they had 6 players score. They had 1 player in double figures. That was Carter Cooley, who is their leading scorer at 17.5 a game, and he was right there. He had 17. Played an all-around good ball game and tried best he could to kind of keep the Braves in the game, but just too much Woodman, too much size, too much strength for Indian Creek tonight. 7 points for Jackson Green, all those in the first half. 5 points for Walker Oliver, 3 points for Alex Morris, 2 points for Alec Burris, and 2 points for Caper Eisen to round out scoring for the Braves.
Rick, thank you for your work tonight. We'll see you soon.
Sounds good. Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you. And now join us here on the postgame show. Let's go to Braden Reynolds, Jr. Career high, 25 points tonight. Braden, well done. Let's start with the defense. It seemed like you guys got a lot of transition baskets tonight because of the great defense you guys played tonight. Talk about your team defense.
Yeah, we're a very long team, and that's what we've been focusing in practice ever since that loss to Whiteland. We got beat defensively. We've been working on staying in front of people, one-on-one and in a zone as a team. We're just a really long team, really athletic, good in the fast breaks.
I'll say, Coach has this defense that you guys go with where you're out on top. You give it the long arms. Talk about that. What kind of defense do you call it, and it's very effective?
So we have a 1-3-1 and a 1-2-2. We were in the 1-3-1 to start, and then once they started figuring that out, we went to that 1-2-2. Either way, at the top of that, it's hard to get it by. You got to move. It gets exhausting, but once you get it and you get it going, it's hard to go against.
Talk about your offense tonight. It seemed like from the get-go you had it going. Just talk about your performance tonight on the offensive end.
Recently, I've mostly been scoring my points through shooting, and I decided tonight, I was telling myself before the game, they're a smaller team, I got to get to the rim. That's how I'm going to get my buckets, and that's how I got my career high. Also,
you hit the free throws tonight. You got 5 tonight. I know you've been working on that as well.
Yeah, I stay after practice and shoot every day, or most every day on that. I still wish I would have hit the 3 I missed, but it's all good. I got 5, not a bad percent.
Braden, it seems like your chemistry with this team, it's fantastic. You got great senior leadership. You guys like each other. You got some wonderful teammates, but just talk about that chemistry that you have this year.
It started off really strong, 4-0. We started to struggle a little bit with that, and that's partly on me, that's partly on the whole team, but we're finding that groove, and I think we're going to be really strong heading into January, February, and into March.
I would say county tournament's behind you now. It's going to be a lot of conference games. Big one on Friday at Decatur Central. Just a quick word or two about playing the Hawks on Friday.
On Friday, they're a really good team, really athletic, really quick. I think if we hold it together and limit our turnovers, we can definitely beat them, and we got to play good defense.
Braden, hey, congratulations. Good win tonight. Career high, 25 points. All the best on Friday.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Braden. Reynolds joined us here on the postgame show. Appreciate his time. Again, great effort. Now Coach Keith Whitty, head coach for Greenwood, joins us on the postgame. And, Coach, again, I'm a kind of a defensive guy. Your defense was really good tonight. You create a lot of havoc here for Indian Creek. Again, Braden, long arms. You put a lot of guys out front with long arms. The good length makes it really difficult on the guards on the opposing team.
Yeah, I mean, obviously defense is going to win games, like I talked about a couple weeks ago there. We tried switching things up. We've been practicing some, but we haven't really used it in a game yet where we kind of switched from our man to a couple of different zones that we run. And I thought our guys did a good job of making that switch, making that transition as we move into the kind of second half of our season.
Yeah, your second half of the season, Coach. You got the county behind you. It's going to be a lot of conference games now in the Mid-State Conference. And maybe just talk about Braden's effort tonight. 25 points, career high. He was really feeling it tonight.
Yeah, and again, he's a long, lengthy player. He gets a lot of deflections. He can get it off the rebound and take it full length of the court. One thing we got to get better at is in our transition, passing it ahead, not trying to dribble through everything. And when we pass it ahead and have either him or Parker or even Ben, any one of those guys out wide, it gives us a really good options in the transition.
Coach, I was talking to your athletic director, Mike Campbell, and he was telling me about you guys are hosting the sectional this year. Wow, it's a loaded sectional, a lot of great teams, but obviously you have home court, so that's important, but also what kind of draw. It's a blind draw if you get a good draw, but it's going to be one heck of a sectional. But before we talk about that, but just talk about what you want to try to accomplish here at the end of the regular season heading into the sectional.
Yeah, I talked to our guys last Friday, I guess it's Saturday after we lost on Friday in the county, that we've got 10 guaranteed games left. This time last year we were also 8-5. So actually the same record-wise, and we finished the season 6-6. We don't want to go 500 to finish out the year. So talk to the guys a lot about, this is kind of the second part of the season. Kind of the only thing left there is our conference games, which unfortunately I don't think we can win the conference, but never know what happens when games are played. But obviously that section was kind of that last major goal for us. And hosting it's always nice, but every game's going to be hard in sectional. You got Shelbyville, you got Roncalli, even New Pal, who I think is flying under the radar a little bit. All those teams are solid. And then you got teams like Beech Grove, Indian Creek. They get hot any given night, and anything can happen. So I think it's one of the toughest sectionals, especially in 3A. Then there's some tough ones in 4A, but especially in 3A, it's a tough one, which is nice having it here. But again, our goal there is we don't want to go 500 over these next games. We want to kind of advance things and get going a little bit better than what we were last year this second half.
Coach, last week we had the county tournament. Your team had a nice win against Center Grove here at home. You went down to Franklin and lost a really good Whiteland team. I was very impressed with Whiteland. What did you learn? What did your team learn after that game against Whiteland?
Well, in the game against Whiteland, twice we got up 8 in the first half and just could never build off of that. And so one thing we talked a lot about is when you get that lead, like defense becomes even more important. Like you've done the work to get the lead, now you don't want to just give it right back. And both times in that first half, we gave it right back to them. And then they're a hard team once you get them. Once they're in the driver's seat, they're a hard team to take down. And so this whole second half going that, like we would be down 8, then we're down 12, then we get back down 7, then we're down 11. Like we just never could get over that hump. And so we just talked a lot that our defense has got to get more consistent. It's got to get more team-based. It's not just one guy's got to make a stop. We've all got to together stop the ball there and just look at, on the offensive end, sharing the ball more, moving the ball a little bit better, those kind of things.
Coach Whitty, great win tonight, great defensive win. Again, Braden had a great game tonight, a lot of great contributions. Hey, I want to wish you all the best. I know Decatur Central this Friday. That's going to be a tough one, but you do know you beat Center Grove, and Center Grove beat Decatur Central last night, so you just never know.
Yeah, I was at that game, and I guess the good and the bad is that we did beat Center Grove, and Center Grove beat them, but the bad is Decatur Central's probably going to be a little mad they lost that game and want to take it out on us. So they're a really solid team. They're really quick. They got guys that can shoot it. It's going to be a defensive effort. And watching Center Grove last night, they defended really well, which they've done in all their games. We've got to be bought in on that defensive end if we want to come away with a victory up there.
Coach Whitty, all the best Friday. Good luck going forward with the rest of the Mid-State Conference games. I know this is your last year, I guess, in the Mid-State. You'll be with Indian Creek in this new conference that's called, Hoosier Legends. That'll be an interesting conference.
Yes, it will be. And it's some teams we don't normally play. Like Tri-West is in there, Monrovia. Those are teams we haven't seen. And then you put in Beech Grove and Speedway. So we got a little bit of Marion County, a little bit of is it Hamilton County over there? Or
Hendricks County.
Hendricks County.
I think it's Hendricks.
I knew it was an H, but Hendricks County and then some Johnson. So it's kind of combining a lot of different styles of play and some teams that maybe don't traditionally see each other.
And then you got Triton Central.
Yes.
Coach Mark James.
He was here tonight. kind of stand over there along the wall there. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a conference with a bunch of good coaches and good competition.
Of course, Indian Creek's in there as well.
Yep.
Coach, hey, all the best. Thanks for having us tonight. I'm hoping maybe we can come back. Maybe we can do a few sectional games.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Coach Whitty joined us here on the post-game show. Congrats to him and his team on a nice win tonight. Appreciate his time, and also, again, his junior, Braden Reynolds, career high tonight, 25 points. On that, we'll wrap things up from Greenwood High School. Tonight's Johnson County boys basketball coverage was produced by Sports Night Indiana. Our presenting sponsor was Duke Homes. Again, our next Sports Night Indiana web stream coming up Saturday night, 7:30. Number 3, Centerville Girls Basketball at number 5, Hamilton Southeastern. Until then, this is Kevin Conrad for Rick Sauter saying good night, everyone, from Greenwood High School.